I'm Phil Gaimon. I was a pro cyclist for 10 years. Now I'm retired, but I still train as hard as I can to set the best times on the toughest climbs I can find and go on fun adventures on my bike all over the world. This is Worst Retirement Ever. Welcome to another beautiful morning in Malibu. I'm here from about a third of the way up Decker Canyon. Decker's one of my favorite climbs. This is the one that I would go to when I was really trying to empty the tank. You do a big week, and the last day it's like, I don't have any energy anymore. It's hard to push the watts. Well, it's easy to push the watts when your gradient is something like this. So that's Decker Canyon, about 20 miles north of LA, something like that. Now, I mentioned before that Chris Froome trained. He spent his off-season here in Malibu on these very canyons. He got a couple KOMs doing intervals, and I did a video before going for one of his KOMs, and I freely admitted that, and there were still a lot of comments just like, it looks like Chris wasn't going for it, or it's not a fair fight because of just like, I know it's not a fair fight. If I could beat Chris Froome in a fair fight, I would not be here. You see, I was in the World Tour, and I lost to Chris Froome in many fair fights. Now, here's a situation where I don't have to be in a fair fight. This isn't a fair fight. This is Strava. And I don't care if it was off-season Chris Froome doing a VO2 interval. I don't care if it's Chris Froome in 20 years and he has the KOM at a Wendy's drive-thru. If you can get a Chris Froome KOM, that's pretty sweet. It's steep, it's horrible, it's beautiful. Let's see how I can do. Oh, I got a drone. We're going to film this with a drone. Hopefully it follows me and doesn't get lost. I was sick of making Emily get up super early and drive around to follow me with the GoPro on the sea-sucker mount on my car. So fingers crossed that this video comes out all right. All right, so I'll play a lesser-known Mozart tune while I try to get this drone figured out. I didn't want to delete all this because it's kind of funny to me. This is not Mozart. That's an inside joke if you've been following on here for a while. I do like to listen to music all the time when I'm riding. I like to listen to classical or podcasts a lot. I find that if I listen to something super hard or with a fast rhythm, I might go too hard. So I find like the podcasts or classical music, sort of my bigger issue is like staying relaxed and staying focused more than like staying fired up. I'll start out at 700 watts if I'm not governed. This is a good time to mention the new Jaybird Vista 2 earphones. How do you like that? They are a sponsor. New Jaybird 2s, Phil sent me 10% off. They've got more battery, 8 hours in the earbud, 24 hours in the case. There's a little like a hear-through feature if you're someone who wants to hear your environment better. Hey, oh, look, it found me, it followed me. But you can hear the environment a little better. If you're, I never worry about that. Like, I can hear the cars enough as it is. All right, here we go. That's better. All right, so the KOM is 3 minutes and 40 seconds. So that's how I'm pacing. Which is short, and that means it hurts. Also not pacing great, because I'm trying to keep an eye on this drone. What? Oh, whoops. Oh, we're crashing. It's crashing. Oh, dear. Oh, no. And... well, I guess... all right, hang on. I gotta change the... back to the idiot music. There we go. All right, well, so as you see, it can still hover. I gotta respect it. It kept its spot. I was still pedaling for a little bit. As you can see, my data was still on there. So that's perfect for your fitness. But now I found it's like, all right, now how do I help it find me again? Well, I got to go on the app. I got to find the gizmo. See, and again, this is why I don't worry about the pass-through feature, because I could hear that the drone was no longer following me through the Jaybirds and the regular settings. But again, some people, are more worried about hearing the traffic and, if you're on trails or whatnot. So that might be for you. Okay, found me. I did have a beacon. I just didn't know it didn't find it automatically. So now I've got a beacon. So there's an iPhone and a beacon, which is like the size of a TV remote, jammed into the back of my jersey. Which, I haven't weighed either of those. I don't think it affects my power to weight, but it's, definitely like given all the carbon on my Factor VAM, it makes it super light. We're offsetting some of that, It is what it is. But here, okay, still following me. I'm going downhill, a little faster. So I'm gaining trust in the drone again. We'll see if it can handle the second round. Obviously, this is just perfect for my effort, all my fitness, stuff like that. All right, a little. Check the app one more time, see if we can find the thing. I'm not going to plug the drone brand, A, because they're not a sponsor, and B, because I don't know how I'd feel about it if they were. But here we go. I made it a little higher, so maybe it won't hit the power lines or whatever it hit last time. I wasn't sure if maybe a truck coming by might have given it a breeze that threw it off. A lot of things going on. To be fair, this is like an autonomous robot flying in the air. It's doing a pretty decent job. I wouldn't know how to make a better drone. But all right, let's get ready. A couple deep breaths, and give this another shot. All right. As you can see, I got a ton of momentum going into that hill. It's like deja vu, isn't it? So a little less power than the first time. I wanted to leave it in pretty much real time so you could see how not recovered I was from the first one. I want to be fair to myself. I'm not being fair to Chris Froome, but this is my channel. I can be fair to me. I don't love the angle that the drone picked up on the second attempt here. It's another thing I'm gonna have to learn. It does get better. Wait for it. But I'm like looking at my live segment on the Wahoo, and I'm down 3-4 seconds at this point, which is not fun. So that's why you stand up and sprint. I'm creeping on it. But at some point, Chris Froome was doing this at just about the same speed, which is always fun to think about. Somewhere, Chris Froome is sitting in a hotel room, relaxing at the Tour de France, while I'm thinking he has no idea how much he's hurting me at this very moment, and he probably couldn't care less. 13%. I was trying to keep it at 500. Not quite achieving that, but I think by now I got to his. I was about tied with his time, but I was pretty dead even on the room the whole time. Nope, I'm probably behind, because that's how you know I'm standing up, is I'm behind on time. But an effort this short, 3.5 minutes, like obviously you can't just sprint and take off, but the normal rules of pacing don't apply so great, especially at 11%. There's just no rule of thirds like I usually do with going easy the first third, because it doesn't feel easy. There's no situation where 450 plus watts can feel easy. So there's some self-control taking place, but let's be realistic. It's mostly just kind of a sufferfest. If people always ask about the weight when they see the power, I'm still around kilos, 154 pounds, 71, 72 kilos maybe. You can check my Noom. I keep track of my weight on there. I've been following it. This time of year, for folks who are on the Noom, this time I would say, it's hot out. It's super hot when I'm doing this. You want to raise your baseline a little bit. My normal target weight would be 148. In the summer when I was racing, I'd go to 152, which is the same body fat. It's just like your body wants to hold more water.
because it needs it. So if you're a new user, go ahead and adjust your baseline there. I've got a link in the thing if you're not. There's a switchback. I love that switchback. And now's where the angle. Look at that. This is why we like Decker. A clear day. Nice clear day. But the finish line is just around this bend. I do think that's about where Chris stopped. I think we stopped our efforts around the same time. And again, I targeted and sniped him, and he probably had food in his balls. I'm betting he didn't have an aero suit. There we go. There's the finish line. And now we're just going to pull over real quick and make sure. And now I got to figure out how am I going to get this drone down. I actually carried it down in my hand while riding the brake. It probably could have made it and followed me back with the beacon, but I didn't have a ton of trust in it at this point. First, I want to get a nice, pretty aerial shot. Let's do that real quick. And now that it's me operating a drone, I should probably put the clown music back on, but we're not doing that. Look at that. Look at that. It kills me right now. Like all the clowns in Malibu kind of have this, but here's my fantastic scrolling. So I did get the KOM, by the way. Not my best effort for obvious reasons, but did close to 500 watts for 3.5 minutes and did put 9 or 10 seconds on Froome. There's my chapeau power curve analysis. You can check out that software, the free trial on that if you want to geek out on your watts like I do. Just let you enjoy the view. At the very bottom, I carried my drone down and I ran into a guy named Gint, who I love running into. He's a regular. He's one of the few people who's on PCH more than I am. Really nice Lithuanian guy. So we'll say hi to him real quick.
Hey, I'm all right, man. Look at this day, bro.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
You going up here?
No, I just filmed going up there. I'm gonna go home now.
Oh, dude, you looking sharp.
You too, man. I like the jersey.
Oh,
You gotta get the factor bike to match it.
Yeah, Elon.
Oh, of course, yeah. I hate that guy. No, I love Elon.
Your books are in this place, dude.
They are, yeah.
You got some good books, dude. You are all heart, man.
I appreciate it. Hey, back at you, dude.
Elon taught me to take cold showers and push-ups. Look at that guy.
Yeah, I would do whatever he says. He probably looks great naked.
Yeah. Dude, look at this weather.
Yeah,
it's
incredible.
And the further I go, I know I'm going to get a jam and tail coming home. And Rashid are doing that,
Yeah. That way. Yes, sir, that way.
It's like 40 miles. Oh, maybe further.
It's a long way. It's definitely that way, though. That guy's in trouble, huh?
Oh, dude, Los Angeles.
Well, you just rode from Santa Monica, right?
Yeah. This is like, even though Encinal's one of my favorites, I got a friend of mine's a lifeguard who lives up here.
Okay.
But this is tough, dude. But
This is the prettiest descent in the canyons, I think.
yeah, it is.
It's
I love
great.
doing Encinal and coming down here. It's like,
That's it. Yeah, that's the loop.
you know who got me into cycling? You ever heard of Becker surfboards?
No,
Oh, okay. Well,
that's all right.
he used to shape all our boards.
Okay.
And 50 years ago, we're living in Hermosa. He actually has the record for shaping more boards by hand than anybody. So he goes, yeah.
And he rides.
Well, he goes, you guys ought to get bikes. We're surfing 50 years ago, and we go, hey, I got a Stingray. What do I need a bike for? He had a Ducati, Phil, so he'd scope out rides for us.
Oh, yeah.
So 50 years ago,
You know all the routes.
we're living in Hermosa with these $100 Peugeots, and he goes, man, I found this canyon, and we're going, let's go, man, Deer Creek, from Hermosa, dude.
Ooh!
So he passed away 6 months ago.
I'm sorry, man.
Hey, thanks, man, but he was 78, actually, sold his name a long time ago, but I was talking to him, I didn't know he had some kind of cancer, but he's still talking about the first time we did Deer Creek, and you know, there are days out here that are like the more.
Yeah.
Just,
You don't forget.
you know,
What's his name?
Phil Becker.
Phil Becker. Okay.
You still see his boards around. It's funny. I'll be out placing in Becker surfboards. And it's kind of, but so the time we went to Deer Creek, we're still talking about right at the top. Dog came out of a driveway, and you're going so slow.
Yeah.
He fell down, and the dog was licking his face. Still talking about that 50 years later, Phil.
That's great.
I mean, it's just. How you doing, man?
Los Angeles is that way.
Well, I gotta go, bro.
Yeah, man. Great to see you.
Man, made my day, buddy.
Back at you. Peace.
I'm getting a tailwind home. The further I go,
When you go, the easier it is to go back. That's right.
take care, Phil.
See ya.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that climb more than I did, because that hurt for me. Here's my favorite part of the Decker descent. This is kind of where you see the ocean for the first time. This is the downhill that kind of made me love riding in the mountains here.